Security is always a major concern here in Washington, but it's especially true when virtually the entire United States government and countless American citizens are gathered for an event like this. Here to tell us what's being done to counter any threat is CBS This Morning senior correspondent John Miller, a former assistant director of the FBI. John, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
We heard Cheryl talking about the cost of this. I'm sure security is a big cost. I mean, what are the concerns this time around?
Well, the concerns this time around, let's start off with a blank slate, which is right now there is no known credible threat to the event. So that's a good place to start. And I say that in the context that the last time we did this, while it wasn't public and it unfolded behind the scenes, I was in the command post in the FBI where we had a known and very credible threat unfolding, which eventually washed out. So we're starting off on a good foot here, which is there's nothing going on behind the scenes, but then there are all the unknown threats, and they have to plan the same way whether they've got something on the front burner or not.
What does that planning involve? What kinds of preparations are underway?
It means everything. I mean, the good news is you've got a town that has, 35 police departments built in between the Capitol Police and the White House Police and the Secret Service and the FBI and so on. So there's a lot of coordinating there, but you see things like a heavy uniform presence in places, but then there's a lot you don't see. If you were at Union Station, there are behavioral detection officers mixing in the crowd, looking for that person who is looking at security and maybe suddenly going the other way, and they may engage that person for an interview. You'll see the Coast Guard and the Potomac shutting down the river during the entire time the inauguration is going on. You'll see not just bomb-sniffing dogs checking package, you'll see vapor wake dogs whose handlers can actually the dog can pick up the scent of explosives that are moving through a crowd and put the handler right on it. So they pull out all the stops and all the toys come out.
And there's so much that you don't see.
That's right.
And how about the president's walk down this? How big a concern is that?
That's always a concern. Every president since Jimmy Carter has hopped out of the car at some point. So if you're with the Secret Service, there's a lot built in. There's high ground counter sniper teams. There's the cat car or the counter assault team that is right behind them. But the best part of that is the unpredictability of it. You never know when he's going to do it. So if you're planning something, it's hard to be in the right place if you're the bad guy.
All right, John Miller. Thanks, John.